Pokemon X and Y, the 6th generation of the series, and the first entry on the Nintendo 3DS. I picked it up on the morning of its release, telling the cashier that it was for my, little sister who totally exists and has a birthday. What do I think of it? Well, although it stayed a little too close to the formula for my taste and continues trends that don't need continuing, it did make a variety of changes that was a right step for the series. The game takes place in the Kalos region, as you and your 4 friends go out on your Pokemon journey. 4 friends! And their names are... Okay, this was one change I wasn't fond of. It's cool how you have your own little posse and they're interested in their own things, not just having animals beat the shit out of each other. But why does Pokemon have to get so much more cutesier all the time? Honestly, I feel like they're always trying to catch the 10-year-old audience, but could they think a little more about the older gamers? Also, I'm just tired of these weak-ass rivals. I'm not saying go back to Gary Oak every time, but at least make more prominent rivals. The same goes for Team Flare. They're kinda goofy, but they never really pose a threat. And didn't we have a Team Magma in Gen 3 anyway? Come on guys, you can be more creative with the naming at least. Anyway, it's your standard affair. Collect 8 badges, become the champ, and catch them all! However, I like how X and Y don't really waste your time like in earlier games. You get your Pokedex, your balls, all really quickly, and it was a genius move to include the roller skates that you can hop on by using the control stick, making traveling a lot quicker and easier. The option to automatically use repels after one runs out was just one example of the ways this game is cutting a lot of the fat, which is awesome. It's a great change. Even though the main quest took me about 27 hours, I never felt like I was wasting my time, and it wasn't too short like other Pokemon games. They didn't really include that many new Pokemon this time around, but I'd say that's awesome. It was already getting out of hand anyway, just add a few more and develop the old ones. And I think this is a great step forward, especially considering that the ones they did add were pretty good. Yes, even the one that looks like keys. Though I was pretty disappointed with Fennekin's final evolution. In the words of my best friend, it kinda looks like an Amish housewife. Other new features include the Fairy type, which is silly in terms of its naming, but another typing adds some more strategy, which is always welcomed. There's the ability to customize your trainer, which was a really cool feature that I've been waiting for a long time now, especially how you can change your clothing and stuff. Although these options were limited, it does seem like a step in the right direction with a more customized experience for a customized adventure of your own. Another big addition is the Mega Evolutions, where you use a hold item to evolve powerful Pokemon to yet another level, Digimon style. This was a really interesting curveball, but it did make the game a lot easier than it could have been, because Mega Evolutions can be pretty overpowered against the story characters. You can evolve immediately without losing a turn or anything, and the stat boosts are crazy. I blazed through the game thanks to my Mega Charizard, and it really didn't help that he was always 10 levels higher than my opponent, even the champion. This overleveling, for me at least, is due to the way they handle the experience share in this game, where it basically becomes a key item that distributes a significant amount of EXP to all party members. This leads to my biggest issue with X and Y. It's too easy. I lost only once in the entire game, which was during the Elite Four, and don't say, oh, it's because you're an older gamer, you're a veteran. This is true, but I can go back to Fire Red or Emerald and still get a healthy challenge. I breeze through X and Y, and it's because of the general direction the game is taking. Everybody always heals your team all the time. You get awesome items by just talking to people. You get handed out free amazing Pokemon like free samples out of Costco. Yeah, Pokemon and items are given away in the first game too, but they notch that shit up way too much here, and I don't like it. I don't feel like I earned a lot of this stuff through hard work and digging around the corners like I did in other games. It just plays into this new generation where every kid feels they're self-entitled to get everything handed to them. Okay, that's probably bringing it too far, but I just didn't like this turn to make Pokemon so crazily easily accessible. Another issue I had was the lack of post-game content. They're probably saving the cool stuff like Battle Frontiers for Pokemon Z, which isn't the official name, but that's what my bet's on. Called it here first, folks. Let's move on to the good, because thankfully it way outweighs the criticism. First of all, I have to mention that the graphics are absolutely gorgeous. There's so much to see and enjoy, and they still manage to keep a healthy level of exploration, with a lot of little secrets across the nooks and crannies of Kalos. The world of Kalos just feels so alive compared to the other games, with so many people running around these big towns, their shops, cafes, everything. It may be my favorite region yet, considering how fun it is to just go around and explore. The battle graphics were also amazing, featuring some cool animations that were really reminiscent of Pokemon Stadium. But there was some noticeable lag when too much was on the screen, which was a little annoying. The gyms are all creative and fun to navigate, with some memorable gym leaders and other side characters. They made trading and battling much easier too, and EV training is actually a thing you can accomplish in-game by playing mini-games, which may be my favorite change overall, especially considering how much it helps speed up the EV training. The music is also very solid, though not as memorable as the earlier games. In conclusion, although X and Y faltered on some areas, it's definitely still on par with the other games in the series, and it really makes me excited for the direction the series is going. I'd say buy it, but let's be honest, you probably already have. The game comes highly recommended. Thanks for watching.